Joel Embiid is one of this year's frontrunners for MVP, but will missed games work to his disadvantage? I'm Madelyn Burke for Sports Illustrated, along with Ben Pickman and Michael Pina. And guys, Embiid has missed 18 games due to injury, but says he doesn't think that should affect his chances. Recently telling SI, quote, "When I'm on the floor, I feel like I've been the best all season." But it's hard not to think back to Rookie of the Year all over again. 2017, I mean, Embiid was in the conversation, but played just 31 games, and Malcolm Brogdon took home the hardware since Joel Embiid was limited. Michael, is this a similar situation here?
Look, Joel Embiid has been incredible this year. When he's healthy enough to play, the impact, the efficiency, the on-off numbers on both ends, the fact that Philadelphia is first in the Eastern Conference, all of it screams MVP and MVP favorite, but he's not the MVP favorite. Nikola Jokic has played 750 more minutes and appeared in 18 more games than Embiid. The two are about neck and neck in most advanced and basic stats like PER, true shooting percentage, rebounds per game. You can pick from a dozen numbers. But Jokic's assist rate is more than double Embiid's, and the teams they play for have about the same overall net rating. So to be the MVP, you have to play the games. Embiid has missed 18 of them. Jokic has missed 0. So it's a pretty open shut case for me.
And if you go check out SI.com, I recommend Howard Beck's column earlier this week, where Howard pulled out a stat that said the lowest number or percentage of games an MVP has played has been 71%. And it's very likely that Joel Embiid is going to play a fewer percentage of games in this season than that number. And so, I would agree with Michael. He's certainly well deserving of being in the conversations, and his numbers really are extraordinary this year. He's having an extraordinary season, but you have to have the missed games count against his case, right? I mean, this is a really competitive race right now for MVP. There's a ton of deserving candidates, and that is just one of these slim points along the margins that's going to take away from Joel Embiid's candidacy. The one thing I would say that could change everything is maybe Jamal Murray's injury affects Nikola Jokic in some way that is adverse to his MVP's case, and so brings Jokic back to the pack a little bit more, and so Embiid's missed games isn't as important. But I think this is still a pretty big gap between the two, and Embiid's injury absence or his absence of games is a significant reason why he's not going to win the award this year.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement across the board here. I mean, looking at this MVP race and how many names have been floated in this conversation this season alone, how many talented players we have seen putting on clinics. I mean, LeBron James was the front runner, but he went out, missed a bunch of games with injury, slid down the rankings. Joel Embiid missing a bunch of games due to injury is doing the same thing. And with the type of season Nikola Jokic is having, it's hard not to say, you know what, this guy is the one who's going to get the award this year.